Gemini, what up? So did you think I was gonna leave you hanging like that? Did you think I was gonna leave myself hanging like that? No, we get a second chance, we get a do-over, we get a second story, we get the other side of things, we get reconciliation, we get balance, we get justice, we get all that this month. If we're in line and in tune with our highest good and our integrity and our morals and what we came here to do, okay? The last video I couldn't hear for shit, okay? For being too quiet this month. So, we're back at it. It was the only video that I couldn't hear, and it made me feel like, dang, nobody really want to hear what we gotta say this month. Do you want to hear what you have to say this month? What you have to share? Who you are? Do you really want to let people know how deep this rabbit hole goes with Geminis and what they have to go through in terms of mental energy on a regular? This is Libra season. This is another this is our twin sister. This is our sister sign. So yeah, we're in the flow of things this month. The last reading was very stable. It was a very, we had elements of everything. We had our air, we had our pentacle, we had our fire, pentacle being earth, and we had our water. And so it's about staying in the middle and not going too far to either corner. How can you stay right where you need to be at all times and not let anything take you out of your element? Which is all of them, because we know how to make gains in all areas of life when we're balanced. But when we're out of balance, forget it. We're all over the place. So it's the challenge this month to stay in balance. And be aware of what you're doing. I feel like we sometimes are not aware, and we're just like floating out here on this air and shit, thinking if I get into a little bit of everything, I'll just be balanced on my own. And it's like, no, you gotta have intention behind that. So this is what the intention is this month, is just to stay on all fours. Feel me? Alright, so I'm going to pull 4 cards. This is a clarity spread for Gemini, the month of October. Clarity spread for Gemini, the month of October. What do we really need to know right now at this point? You guys thought I was going to leave you hanging, that I was going to leave myself hanging. We have in the past, haven't we? And been quiet about it. Shrugged it off like, hey, sure. I'll just get at that later. That part that I need to fix and clean up, I'll just deal with that later. I'll balance it all out later, and it'll make sense in my head later. And now it's later. And it does make sense. It does make sense. I just did the Libra video, and their video is very much about making sense. And I feel like that's a lot of air signs. We just want things to make sense. So it makes sense this season to get on board and get balanced up so we can execute as efficiently and as quickly as possible, right? First card out, 7 of Wands. Defense mechanisms. We've learned them. Let's use them. Speaking up is one of them. I can tell you that now. Speaking your mind is one of them. Okay. We're back at this whole all elements thing again. I like. Okay. So we're at 6, 7, 8. 7 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Six of Swords. We're back and forth. We're back and forth in the swing of things. I love it. It makes sense. It's going to make sense to you. It's going to make sense to you. It's all going to make sense. Seems like there's more. We want to really be stable this month. That's what we want. How are we going to get there? That's up to you, Gemini. Totally up to you. All right. Totally up to you. Okay. So we have wands, we have cups, we have swords, double swords. It's all up to you because it's all mental, okay? And so what we're dealing with this month is thoughts and things that are coming up that are going to push us forward to take action. Seven of Wands is a defensive card, but it's also an action-oriented card, being that it's fire. So we want to push ourselves to do things this month, but we don't want to over push ourselves or overextend our energy to the point where we're a detriment to ourselves. So Six of Cups, we want to go back and look at what we need to from the past in order to grow and in order to enforce these boundaries and continue to move towards growth and stabilization. This tree is pretty rooted. We need to be like this emotionally. We can't allow things to disrupt our mental or emotional life. As long as we're rooted, we can do that with ease. We can do that while staying in balance and not falling to one side or the other. Eight of Swords is about what we feel about ourselves and our thoughts. Do you agree with yourself first and foremost? And then once you decide what you believe in and what you agree with and what you want to do and how you want to approach this mentally, you go ahead and you go within and you represent that for yourself. Don't attack yourself, but you heal yourself and you dissect and you think about it. We shouldn't be making decisions this season where we don't think about things or the consequences or we don't think about where this is going to lead us in a certain amount of time. We need to think this month and really go within to do that. Venus is in retrograde in Scorpio. It's a great time to dissect our thoughts. And don't let them trigger you. But just go back and dissect, because it's going to help you to move forward. It's going to help you to move away from bad habits, from bad experiences, traumas, all of the things that you don't want to get trapped in. Again, it's going to help you continue to move away from these worrisome thoughts and these toxic thoughts and ways of being. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. Again, movement away from losing towards the winning side. We're switching sides here in the best way possible. We're allowing ourselves to stay on the right side of the ether this month. We're allowing ourselves to be balanced, yes, but we're not allowing ourselves to be hypocritical. We're not allowing ourselves to be, or we shouldn't be allowing ourselves to be hypocritical. We know that's something that Geminis do deal with in terms of their belief system and their thoughts. One minute we can feel this way and it changes our thought, and then the next minute we're feeling another way and we're like, oh, yay, so excited and passionate about this, but it's like people are looking at you like, wait, but what about what you said before? And you're like, yeah, I kind of changed my mind, but it's cool, like it's all air, you know? And people are like, other signs and energies are like, nah, like you can't just do that. But we are moving away from that which no longer serves us. That we are doing. But the things that make sense, don't move away from them. Two of Swords. What makes sense this month? What is it that actually makes sense? Do it. What is it that is not a blockage in your decision making, that is not a blind spot? Go ahead and do what you know that you should be doing, that you know that is right and righteous, and that you know that is going to help you move forward and not hold you back. Moving from a space of non-clarity into intuition and clarity, and letting that rule your life and rule your decision making. Lots of decision making this month with this Two of Swords, but you're going to be able to tap into that intuitive energy. I suggest really utilizing the new moon and full moon energy to get you through this season. All signs should be doing this, but it's an emphasis on some signs more than others this month to be really able to tap into that intuitive cups, watery energy. Venus in Scorpio, diving deep down into the depths of your thought patterns this month, Gemini. Of course, I gave you another chance. Of course, you get a do-over. You always get a do-over. Because you want to learn. We just want to learn things. And sometimes the way we learn is fucked up. We do fall flat on our face a lot of the times. But then we get back up and it's like, oh, I learned that lesson already. Great. I can keep it pushing because I learned this already. And yeah, I like being a child at heart, but I don't like being a child at mind, because in this world, that's dangerous to walk around like. So we gotta watch what we believe in and really be attached to and grounded in, deeply rooted in what we believe and what we're about, who we are. Alright, so I'm just going to pull one animal card. Yeah, that Cancerian energy, that deep, watery energy. The Chariot is here to take us far and wide and deep and wide and all of that. And we can resurface with a solid, balanced, realistic sense of self. It's a great time. Speaking up for what we believe in. Tiger is here. Yes, passion, adventure. We are on the go this month. We are on the go mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. All four corners, we are on go. We're on go. Okay? So, just enjoy the momentum, Gemini. Just enjoy the momentum and be balanced in your decision making. Put up those boundaries. Dive deep into your emotional life and your intuitive life. Those of you who don't know your moon sign, this would be a great time to get into it and figure out how you move emotionally, how you move intuitively. Getting into your moon sign and learning more about that will help you dive deep this month, okay? Happy diving. I love you guys a million. Second chances, yo. Get into it. All right, happy October. Make sure you check out the new moon reading, and you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Full moon Taurus reading will be up at the end of the month. Venus retrograde video will be up, and a Mercury retrograde video towards the end of this season and beginning of Scorpio. See you in November. Love you.